You guys, I'm freaking out.
For those of you just joining us for the first time today, my name is Natalie. I quit my job this year and have spent the past few months traveling in Australia. This is the story of my road trip along the turquoise coast of Western Australia.
This is crazy. This is my van. We're gonna do some shopping. We're gonna do a little Woolies run because food is fuel. Good. I was hoping.
My first stop was at Yanchep National Park to try to get a park pass for my upcoming journey.
And how do I get there?
The person working at the gate was very helpful and admired me for traveling solo.
Yes.
You enjoy your travel.
Thank you. I've only made that much progress to my campground, but first I need to figure out this form. I think I might just stay here for lunch because I'm getting a little bit hungry. I was really nervous about parking this guy, but I found a spot next to a motorcycle, so lots of space.
She also highly recommended that I go to see the koalas. I've learned a lot about koalas on my time in Australia. They really need to be protected and have super specialized stomachs.
I only saw one koala and it was very far away in the trees, so I don't think you guys could see it.
Started to head toward Nambung National Park, but I knew I needed to find somewhere to stop soon.
I'm feeling a bit freaked out. When I was getting briefed this morning on the rental, they made this big deal about don't go off-roading. Like, maybe I just have a misunderstanding of what a corrugated road is. Well, one, I'm mad because I spent money on that campsite. Two, worried, like, am I going to be able to find places to stay where I'm not gonna get fined? There were some ridges, but I was like avoiding them. I know that this van could have made it to the campground. Like, it was a perfectly fine road. I thought I was just gonna be like chilling like a villain until I remembered I need to make some tofu for these noodles. Tofu is sizzling, water is boiling, ready for some. These are the fanciest instant noodles I've ever seen. There's like 5 packets. Taste test.
I couldn't sleep because I was cold. Believe it or not, my $10 blanket from the grocery store has not kept me warm. Then I came out to look at the stars, and I've been trying to mess with the settings on my iPhone to take some pictures of them.
There's these signs everywhere that like no camping. And it's 9 in the morning, and I just like parked in this parking lot with no one in it that says no camping because I wanted to go for this walk. But I'm like, is someone gonna come and think I'm like sleeping in it?
I wanted to stay and read my book on the beach in Jurien Bay all day long, but I knew I had to continue. Driving further north, I stopped for gas in the relatively big city of Geraldton.
They had really good snacks at the gas station. I'm still sort of just trying to figure out. This happened the other time I had a rental car as well. I don't trust the pumps to stop when the car is full. But wow, the car is not full. Wow, this thing is a gas guzzler, a petrol predator, as they say in Australia. All I have wanted to do today is read my book on the beach, so I'm going to make that happen. I always have to swing on swings. This one looks a little small. All to myself, maybe? Not bad.
One of the stops I was looking forward to the most was Hut Lagoon, a naturally pink lake. The lake is big, but I was disappointed in the condition I had found it, with trash everywhere.
Pink lake, lots of trash. The beach at this town seems very beautiful. Driving through Kalbarri National Park, and I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but I saw this area to pull off that looked cool. So let's just look at some stuff, I guess. Scary. Do not like cliffs. I'm a bit worried because I don't necessarily know how far this is, but I'll give myself a few minutes. I'm literally wearing flip-flops. Okay, this is actually... This is so cool. The flies are still here, don't worry. Oh my god. Anyway, I took a significant detour to go to the skywalk slash nature's window because these are like the things in Kalbarri National Park. That being said, the skywalk is up there if you can see it. And I feel like I've like seen what the skywalk's looking at, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But I think it's a little walk to the nature's window. I've been getting stressed on the road trip from the perspective of like making it to the campsite at an early enough time that there's a spot available to me, which is why I haven't been so lenient with myself about detours. The worst thing that happens is I sleep on the side of the road, right? And whatever. I truly do not know if I could make it 500 meters with these flies buzzing around my head. Sounds so annoying for me to say that, but they're truly making this experience pretty unbearable. Okay, I just saw a family with full-faced bug masks. At least I know I'm not alone, and perhaps this national park has a known issue that I was not aware of because I don't do any research. I just show up to this. It has been a really long day, but I had fun and I have made it safely. I bought this watermelon and I like kind of a few hours ago thought that I was going to have just watermelon for dinner, but now I'm feeling really hungry and I think it might be time to eat the mac and cheese I've been sitting on. Okay, also my watermelon fell off the seat, but it looks like she's okay. I wouldn't necessarily say I have the right ingredients, but that's never stopped me before. We should go check out the river, you know, just because we're here. A little bit of reading before I head out.
Orlando is about a century-spanning, far-reaching journey, and I felt many of the same feelings when I was on the road. An hour can feel like forever, or a day can pass in an instant. Travel reminds me that time isn't always measured by clocks.
What I'm really in search of right now is some sort of water source to do my dishes. The map item that seemed the most promising was something called Rubik's Cube toilets. Now that I'm here, maybe it doesn't look like water, but the toilets are in fact shaped like Rubik's Cubes. Guess this is an option. I might just do some sort of walk. Parking area I'm in, however, is apparently not free, so I'm going to have to relocate. I think we're coming up on a quote-unquote seal rock. We'll see if there's any seals. The magnifier thing was surprisingly free and it was really fun to look through, but there were no sea lions, which I learned Australian sea lions are the rarest type of sea lion in the world. Maybe I'll have another chance at Jurien Bay, we'll see.
Although I never ended up getting to see an Australian sea lion, I got to see dolphins several times along the coast, which was quite magical.
Oh my gosh, guys, the most amazing thing happened. I've come to this really beautiful and amazing campsite. I was not really feeling the itinerary that I had thought I wanted to do. So I booked 2 days at this campsite, but I was really concerned again about like the road conditions. But instead of having an anxious spiral, I called the campsite from a payphone because I have a very complicated phone situation, but long story short, I can't call Australian numbers. They gave me some advice on how to get here with the least bumps, and it was very pleasant, and I'm so happy that I arrived. I think I may owe myself some beach time. Also, I dropped my hat in the pink lake and now it's really salty. cold sand is one of my favorite feelings in the world. I just finished my little daily, very short 3.21 mile run, and lately I have been finishing with a little sunset workout on the beach with my resistance bands. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Are you kidding? It's so peaceful right now. No one's out here. Fortunately, I'm gonna go bother these seagulls and take their spot. Everybody's showing up for the sunset now. I'm gonna come back with a sandwich and flip-flops. I think I'm missing the good part. Oh man. I haven't properly gone swimming on this road trip yet, and I don't think tonight's gonna be the night. Even if I walk out a bit far, like it's not really getting deep, I'm scared to go deep in the dark. So maybe tomorrow. I might go try to have breakfast on the beach. It's actually hilarious how much stuff I'm bringing. The tide is higher than last night, but I found this nice little cave here. It's not too windy, so I'm definitely feeling optimistic about this. I only got one of these to light, so we're gonna have to do this one at a time for my 2-course meal. Well, that was pleasant. I don't know if it was worth all the sand I got in my food, but I'm glad I did it. As long as I've been in Australia, I've been working out like 2 days on, 1 day off. So today is my day off, so I'm gonna just take some time to explore things and relax, and I think it'll be a really nice day.
I say we go do some exploring before it gets crazy hot. Oh my gosh. Am I being a silly goose, or is that a bald eagle? We are in Australia, but that's a bald eagle, right?
I found a random point on the map further down the coast and decided to walk towards it. I was stunned by the beauty of this coastline.
Another one of these bald eagle imposters. I need to figure out what kind of bird this is. Also, don't mind the view.
Bye, see ya!
I mean, these guys must be penguins, are they not? I made it to my destination, Point Louise or Port Louise, I'm not sure. Look out. Am I tempted to go over there? Yes I am.
As I walked out onto the point, I couldn't help but wonder how many people had stood in this spot before. A big reason I wanted to visit Western Australia is because it is more remote and unknown than the East Coast. When tourists visit Australia, they are primarily recommended to the east because that's where the most people are and the most tourist activities. At breakfast, I thought it was high tide. On the walk out, I thought, no, it's definitely high tide. Now, on the walk back, I'm thinking it really must be high tide. Saying goodbye to the beach this morning. I'm being perhaps a bit boring at this moment, but a big reason why I wanted to come on this trip was just to like sit on the beach and relax. And all I really want to do today, besides see a sea lion, which I don't think is going to happen unfortunately, is finish my book. So I'm gonna get to that, I guess, and enjoy the sounds of the surf. I just went for a swim and it was so pleasant. I just realized I forgot to dry my clothes this morning. Oh no, what am I gonna do? We're just going to have to see how much I can get these to drip while I make myself some lunch. Next, I visited the Pinnacles Desert, a unique and beautiful landscape, unlike any desert I had seen before. really chill morning. It's supposed to be pretty cold all day, or chilly all day, so I just thought I would give myself some time to relax and then head out on an adventure later. I finished Orlando. It's kind of emotional at the end. Like, the whole book is just about identity and basically this person whose life spans 36 years, but yet hundreds of years, and at the end she's just like reflecting on all the different experiences that she's had and like how that's a part of her even still, even though she's like changed so much in these hundreds of years. And I don't know, stuff like that always makes me emotional. So I did some writing and said good morning to the kangaroos.
After my hike, I decided to visit the koalas again. Koalas sleep 20 hours a day, so I felt lucky to see this one in action.
It's bright and early and we are at this island. Everybody else is snoozing, so I'm hoping to maybe see some stuff before other people start seeing stuff.
I set off to explore the island on my bike, and eventually I spotted a quokka on the side of the road, so I had to stop.
First quokka sighting.
I used this opportunity to take some photos, but I know that the quokkas get a lot of attention, so I didn't want to bother this little guy too much. I continued moving along on my bike, but there were so many beautiful beaches for me to stop at. I just wanted to see everything.
I love the no cars thing, but let me tell you guys, this is hilly island, so I'm going to remove my sweatshirt and hopefully this helps, but I don't know how I'm going to affix it to the bike. Not expecting that. I looked down for a second because I wanted to show you all the pretzel salt that spilled in my backpack, and this huge wave just landed right on top of me. I was sitting on the ground and though it's looking wet, which is not the best thing ever, but hopefully I'll dry off. That was really funny though. I was worried I lost my sunglasses, but they just fell on the ground, and yeah, so all my stuff is seen better days.
Okay, my spoon
Off the table. Got completely buried. My pretzels are okay. And yeah, I didn't end up losing anything. My pretzels went like 200 yards. Oh my god, that was crazy. I'm not letting the present situation deter me from my goal of making it to the end of the island. To be honest, I have not gone that far yet. I'm not giving up, so yeah, hopefully we'll make it back to the boat in time. So part of me definitely wants to skip these detours because this is taking forever, but I'm also like, my curiosity is like, what if I'm sleeping really cold? It's supposed to be a 56-minute walk, and I have a bike, but somehow it's taken me like 3 hours just to get to here, so I don't know, probably because I've been stopping at everything. But still, I'm like, am I gonna make it?
That's why I love Australia.
I'm gonna try to eat my pasta and try not to get food poisoning. The fridge in the van stopped working, I think, because it's solar powered. It's been so cloudy the last few days. Here we are, the West End. I made it, and honestly, I'm like absolutely too grateful. Yeah, I'm like super tired. I think I'm really athletic, and then you put me on a bike, and it's like not pretty. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it back. It's supposed to be shorter. It's way. There's a seal or sea lion of some sort. Wait, there's many of them. Hello. I've been seeing these blue trees a lot in Western Australia, and I've been so curious about what they mean. I keep forgetting to look it up, but luckily this one had a sign in front of it which told me that the blue trees are a symbol of support for mental health, which is very good. I'm taking a detour because I saw a sign for a pink lake. I've yet to find a pink lake that doesn't disappoint me.
It's kind of nice with the lighthouse. Somehow the signs went from saying I'm 3.7k away from the settlement to the most recent one I saw just said 4.1k, which is a little concerning and also disheartening, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Honestly, I might as well be walking at this point. Like right after I passed that one, I passed another one that said 2.7, so I have no idea anymore.
Alright, I'm back in town, so I'm just parking my bike. I need to take a little break, but I was gonna park it over there. There were little Coco's sleeping. I think this is hilarious. 2 out of 4 attractions in this town are osprey nests.
So I swatted this fly and he fully fell to the ground dead, but now he's just like making a comeback. What? I think I should just get my selfie in now while I can't have a case. Sorry, Mr. Spider. I'm so sorry. The twirl is just chocolate, but in a weird shape. Okay, let's show the ranking. We have the Moro, we have the Crunchy, we have the Boost, Carmelo, Caramilk, Twirl, Dairy Milk Chocolate, Picnic, and Turkish Delight. And now I can eat them in backwards order of how much I like them.